Next one kind of looks a little similar. You can see here I can factor out an x squared. That looks like the only thing that they have in common. So I factor out an x squared, and I'm left with a 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. Crap. He threw in an a does not equal 1 factoring problem. They are now fair game. I'll do one little explanation for you guys, and I'll let you guys know that you're going to have practice on this. This isn't on the quiz, but we do need to know how to do this. I've given you guys a lot of examples when a is equal to 1, not a lot when a is not equal to 1. So let's cover this real quick. If I needed to factor this, all right, we know that a trinomial factors down to a product of two binomials. That's your response, OK? You just get that memorized. So we know that it's going to factor down to two binomials, right? And we know that the first two terms, right? Remember FOIL? The first two terms multiply to give us 2x squared. So what options do I have here? I could have 2x, and I could have x. Right? Doesn't matter where they are, but we have 2x and x. And then remember the last two terms have to multiply to give me 1. So what options do I have? What two numbers multiply to give me 1? I have 1, or at least integers that we want to stick with. 1 and 1 and -1 and -1. So guys, there's really only two options you have here. Like everybody's like, well, this is so confusing. Like, let me do the AC method. Yeah, there's a lot of techniques you can use for this. But guys, there's only two options. There's only two options here. Now, which one of these makes sense for my middle terms, right? The inner and the outer need to add to a positive 4x. So should my two factors be positive or the negatives? Positive. So you can see that out of the two options, you don't have to flip a coin. Hopefully you guys can see that that is the factored form. Right? And again, if you're not sure, you're like, I'm not sure if I did that right. Multiply it out and check your answer. Right? Anytime you factor something, multiply it back out and check your answer. Make sure it works. In this case, it does work. Remember here, this is going to be a power. A lot of times you can write this like this. So make sure you guys know that the 0 has a multiplicity of 2. So I'll say my zeros. I'm going to have 0 with a multiplicity equal to 2. And if you set the 2x plus 1 equal to 0, (2x) is equal to -1/2. All right? So therefore, my zeros are -1/2. Multiplicity equals 1, and -1. Multiplicity is equal to 1. OK? I'm going to stop recording, because sometimes it makes me